Hello and welcome to the E-Blox virtual room. My name is Jim Seymour. I'm one of the co-founders of E-Blox, and in this session I'm going to give you an overview of all of the great products that E-Blox offers, from our circuit blocks to our power blocks to our story blocks lines. I'm going to start out with the circuit blocks line. With circuit blocks you get the Duplo size pieces that have pin connectors in them, so that as you plug them together, you can have some components that have a switch. This is a battery module, and so you can make electrical connections between the battery through the switch. You can put in here a motor, okay, and the fan on that, so that now when you complete the circuit with the switch, it'll spin and even launch that fan way in the air. Okay, or you can put in other components like a heart LED to make that light up. Or here is actually a fiber tree. You can see how the light shines through the fibers and it changes colors over time. These are just some examples in some of our sets. Like in our 120 project set, you get a manual and it shows you how to do 120 different projects. In this one, you can have a sound module. This sound module actually plays sound into the star here that you see that's changing color, flashing. And you can actually build your own FM radio. And it still has the fan that spins and launches high in the air. So these are just some examples of the cool things that you can build with our circuit blocks technology. We have all types of different sets, from 400 to 800 project sets, that you have tons of fun building cool things while you're learning the aspects of STEM. I also wanted to show you within circuit blocks, we have a circuit blocks lights line. Now this is not project based anymore, but more about free build, where you can hook up these modules to the battery. One's a function controller, another one is a sound activation module, and another one is an LED plate. And then you can select to have the structures that you build, that some of the parts actually have LEDs in them, and make them light up. But you can select it to be always on like this, or you can have it fade in and fade out, and select the speed at which it fades in and fades out. Or you can set it up into a mode where it's voice activated and the lights react to your voice or dance to music and do all kinds of cool things. Okay, so that's if you're into free build and building really cool things that light up and react to the sounds and stuff, then that's our circuit blocks lights line. Next, I want to introduce you to our power blocks line. With power blocks, we give you now the classic, or they call system brick type pieces. This is a battery module. A 9-volt battery goes in there. Those terminals are connected to the battery. These parts have little LEDs in them, and they're designed so when they go across there, they light up. And then we take some of our parts and we plate them in tin, and that's why they're shiny. But tin also makes them conductive, so they can carry the power from that battery terminal to wherever you want to put that LED and light it up. So you're actually creating a circuit with your parts now. You can put more of these LEDs on there. Some flash like you see. Some of them here we actually will change colors from red to green, eventually to blue. And so you can build simple structures, like here's an example of a little heart that we built with this. But the idea is to really take these parts and add them to your own Lego and make it like the eye of a cat, okay, using your Legos. Now we do have sets where you have all the parts to make this cat, but if you had your own black and white parts, you could make a cat like this or something with your own creativity. We do have some more advanced sets, that can make like a huge flashing wall. All right, that's in our Flashing Frenzy set. And we've recently come out with our Light and Flight set that's shown here, where in addition to having the lights, where you get some white ones and some red, blue alternating flashing ones, but you also get a motor where you can spin and launch that fan way in the air. Okay, so now we increase the fun from not just the lights, but also to the motor and launching fan with our E-Blox Light and Flight. Finally, I want to introduce you to our E-Blox line. E-Blox uses the E-Blox technology, but in the E-Blox set, you get a cool adventure story. And as you're reading through the story, you encounter 8 objects or characters, all shown on the back here. And then there's an assembly book that shows you how to build those 8 objects and characters. And they all light up using the E-Blox technology. Okay, so here's the T-Rex that you meet in the story, The Cave. And as you go through and build those, there are actually QR codes that take you to educational sites that teach you about the things that you build. So the learning goes beyond electronics now into all areas of things that you meet in the story for The Cave. And finally, I just want to mention that all of our parts here, whether it's circuit blocks or E-Blox or E-Blox, they all integrate with your own brick sets. So I have some examples here of like the Harry Potter night bus, which I will open this and turn it on. Okay. This is an actual Lego set where we took one of our E-Blox sets and added the lights to it. So you can make the night bus in the Harry Potter thing much cooler with all the lights. Okay, here's an example of a four-wheeler monster truck that we added our lights to. And one more big set example we'll show here is a Minecraft set that we took and added all of our lights. You can see how you can add all the circuits real easily because there's no wires now. It's all just the plated parts that integrate directly with your bricks and Legos sets and makes them much cooler by adding the lights. So that's a quick overview of all the cool things you can do with E-Blox. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely check out all of our stuff at www.myeblox.com. And don't miss out on the fun and learning with E-Blox.